Hey, Bat Guru here. Sorry it's been so long since our last video. I think I've overestimated the amount of time it takes to do these videos, and my apologies for those that have subscribed and were waiting for a new video. My intent is to continue to try to do more and more. But today's video is just it's a brief mid-season report card on the 2020 Fastpitch Bats. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to break them up into two categories. We're going to have the first category is going to be the more power hitter type, more end-loaded bats, bigger, stronger kids, older kids. We'll have a section of those that we'll grade from 1 to whenever the last bat is there, 1 being the best. And then we'll have a side of balanced bats for more slappers, early in the lineup, later in the lineup, or younger kids that need more of a balance point. So this feedback I'm giving today is based on both sales that we've seen here at the store, and secondly, the immediate feedback that we receive, whether they're demos being done in the store from kids hitting here, or actually in the field reports that we're hearing back from the product. So it's coming directly from the consumer's mouth, and which hopefully will give you a little bit of an idea if you're out shopping for a bat, depending on what style you're looking for, kind of where to lead you to. So keep in mind, there's a disclaimer here, the Easton Ghost Advanced is still not out. They are anticipating now a late October, early November release date. So we don't have that included in this mid-season report card. It's one of the reasons why we've kind of waited, is we were hoping that bat would be out and we could actually test all the 2020 bats. But it's not out, and they keep pushing the date back. So we thought, let's go ahead and put one out today and see. So first category we'll start with is the power hitter side. This is a bat that's going to be more end-loaded. It's going to suit more of your bigger, stronger girls at the younger age and all the way up through high school, your bigger, stronger kids. So number one right now, from what we're seeing on feedback, both on sales and performance in the marketplace, is the Easton Ghost. As we mentioned earlier, the Advanced is not out, so this is the dual stamp Ghost at $350 price point. Very, very good feedback. Performance is great. Dual stamped, which is different than last year. I do have, initially when this first came out, we were getting a ton of feedback from everyone saying it's the exact same as last year's bat, performs the same. We actually, as time has gone by, we're not seeing that. It is a very, very good bat, and in our opinion, the best end-loaded performance bat out there for bigger, stronger girls. But don't think it's as good as last year's gray or blue or gold, but still the best out for 2020 with the dual stamp. So you're not going to get anything better, in our opinion, right now than the Ghost. Second behind the Ghost, a very close second, is the Louisville Xeno. So Louisville has done it again, and I think I mentioned before in my earlier videos, this is the 10th year for the Xeno to be out, and we've actually had some kids trade in the Ghost to come back and get the Xeno. So the Xeno being top heavy in the Louisville line, a little bit different technology with the disc technology inside of it. Price point's a little bit different. You know, the Ghost is at $350, Xeno's at $300. So oftentimes pocketbook makes the decision. And then you got kids that are just Louisville kids that have always swung a Louisville bat. But Xeno, you can't go wrong with the Xeno. It's right on the heels of the Ghost, which is surprising to me. Not surprising with the Xeno, but surprising how good the Ghost is, that the Xeno would be right there, and it is. So the Ghost, number one, Xeno 1A, if you will, that's how close they are on the power hitter side for the bigger, stronger girls. Number three for the mid-season report card is going to go to the Phoenix. So the Phoenix is the DeMarini replacement of the Insane. From the first two that we've mentioned, the Ghost to the Xeno to the Phoenix, there's a big gap. But there are DeMarini users that just love the DeMarini bats. They're getting away from having the CF series or the Prism, which are very, very balanced, and they want to continue to swing DeMarini and want something with more of a load. This is your answer. So this is the DeMarini Phoenix, long hitting surface, little bit of a load, not as top heavy as the Ghost or the Xeno, but still would be considered, in our opinion, as a power hitter type bat. The Phoenix comes in at number three. Again, pretty good distance between the first two that we mentioned. And number four in the lineup, which we were hoping would get a little bit better response and feedback, is the Louisville RXT. unfortunately, we're not seeing it. We're getting good feedback after the bat has been in the marketplace for a while. And what we're hearing is once it's broken in, it really is a good bat. But the problem being is that when you take the Easton Ghost out of the wrapper or the Xeno out of the wrapper, they're hot out of the wrapper. And so this bat is a big disadvantage when you're comparing that type of thing. Is people don't want to wait for it to get broken in. So in my opinion, unfortunately, I think this is going to be another PXT, if you will, from Louisville, meaning that it's going to be a dog. Not seeing, they're not checking off the shelf. Like I said, the feedback is a delayed, hey, it's good once it's broken in, but that's not what people want when you're spending $370. They want it to perform out of the wrapper, and I don't blame them. So that's it for the power hitter side. Those are the four. You got the Ghost, the Xeno, very, very close. A little distance between the Xeno to the Phoenix, and then all the way back at the back side of it is going to be the RXT. The next thing we like to go over is what we would consider be the balanced bats. This is going to be your leadoff early hitters in the lineup, later hitters in the lineup, smaller kids who need more of a balance point, not much of a load, kids that like to go backside. So our report card on those, the number one bat right now in the feedback we've received is going to be the DeMarini Prism Drop 11. And super, super balanced, double wall design, ball jumps off the bat. My daughter actually started to swing this, and I can really tell that the ball does jump off the bat. So this is going to be our number one bat on the balance side, the more of a smaller kid size, if you will, for the report card for the Fastpitch 2020 mid-season report, is the DeMarini Prism. The drop 10, still super balanced. Maybe a girl that's a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit older, but still needs balance, can go to the drop 10, get a little more mass behind it. So those two are going to fall in as number one. I'm going to conclude both the drop 11, drop 10. It really depends on what your daughter needs to swing as far as ounces in a bat, because they're both very, very similar to balance. So the DeMarini Prism drop 11, drop 10 is the number one balanced bat right now, mid-season. Number two is going to go to the CF Series, and we're going to include both of these in as well, the drop 11 and the drop 10. Same thing as the Prism. It really depends on how small your kid is. Does she need to go with the drop 11? Is she a little bit stronger? Can go with the drop 10. But they both are very, very balanced. Replacement of the Zen last year, and price point difference is $400 on the Prism, $350 to the CF. And again, pocketbook sometimes makes the difference. And sometimes too, the Prism has a little bit of a different sound, and people will oftentimes determine, the bat they purchase based off of how it sounds, which sounds crazy to me, but it does happen. So the CF Series is number two in the balance side for mid-season report card this year. Number three is going to be the LXT. We debated on whether or not including the LXT in the power hitter side, because it does have a little bit of a load to it, but I really feel like that this should be included more on the balance side, because the load is not as heavy as the others in the power hitter side. So LXT, $350 price point, still a really, really good bat. Doesn't have as much hitting surface as the CF or the Prism does, so there's a little more advantage for the smaller girls to be able to swing in the DeMarini side because they get more hitting surface. But LXT, you can't go wrong with it if you're a Louisville kid that's always loved Louisville. If you have always swung LXT, you know what you're getting. You're getting a great quality bat. You're getting a bat that performs well out of the wrapper. In our opinion right now, it's a little behind the CF and the Prism on this as far as you're concerned for the mid-season report. And then the fourth one, which we were hoping to get a little bit better feedback, but we haven't, is the Power Carbon 2020 Power Carbon from Xeno. Feedback is that it when hit on the sweet spot, it performs very well. The problem with that is the sweet spot's very small. So again, you take into consideration that this category is for younger kids who are going to need more hitting surface, larger sweet spot. This actually is the opposite. So unfortunately, I just don't see a lot with the Power Carbon this year. I wish I could tell you different. We tried it, we've got some in stock, but it just doesn't seem to be doing as well as what we had initially hoped. And a lot of that has to do with the small sweet spot. Balance is about similar to the LXT, a little top heavy, but still would be considered on the balance side of bats. So that is our mid-season report card. Two categories, power hitter side, balance side. If you're out shopping for a bat, hopefully this kind of helps you out a little bit to where what we're seeing early on. And again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is The Easton Ghost Advanced is not out yet to be included in this. My opinion is the Easton Ghost Advanced, even though it's supposed to be more balanced from Easton, I still think it may fall into the power hitter side. I don't think it's going to be along the Prism balance point. So when it comes out, we'll shoot a quick video of kind of seeing what we're seeing with that particular bat and the performance of it. They are coming out with a drop 11 and a drop 10, but once they come out in late October or November, hopefully we'll get some feedback. So if you like what you're seeing from our videos, please subscribe down below. If you like this particular video, hit the thumbs up. If you have any questions, anything you'd like to be reviewed, send us an email at thebatguru@gmail.com. Thanks and have a great day.